Bawumia office, if I want to put it that way, and a senior aide to him. Good evening. Thank you very much for your time. But where is Dr. Bawumia as we speak?
Saudi Arabia.
He's in Saudi Arabia.
He's in Saudi Arabia as we speak.
What about these reports that we are hearing that he's stranded in that part of the country, whether in Qatar or Saudi Arabia? Tell us more about this.
Well, once the report came with the use of evacuation, it created a certain kind of anxiety across the country. And so we needed to quickly clarify that. Of course, we are all aware of the developments in West Asia between Iran, Israel, and the U.S., and the fact that in some countries, they have closed their airspace, so you cannot have flights taken off. So the intention was to go to Saudi Arabia to perform Umrah, and for many of us who are Muslims, we know that in Ramadan there's increased participation of religious activities in Saudi Arabia. So he was going there to participate in that activity. And so when they got to Doha, as I indicated, the conflict started and they got their airspace closed. And so it was today that with some diplomatic assistance that he was able to drive by road from Doha to Saudi Arabia in order to enable him to perform the Umrah from tomorrow. So as we speak, he has arrived in Saudi Arabia. He will be performing the Umrah rituals tomorrow, and hopefully on Saturday he would leave Saudi Arabia.
Did the Ghana mission in that part of the world play any role in him moving from Doha to Saudi Arabia?
Oh, I mean, you cannot have a situation where a former vice president would travel into a jurisdiction without our embassy knowing. So even before he arrived in Doha, our embassy officials knew that he was coming to Doha, and he was going to proceed from Doha to Saudi Arabia. So they had at all times been in constant communication until he departed Doha this morning.
Was he aware of the development in the Middle East before embarking on this trip, or he got to know when he got there?
Oh, no. He got there before it started. So it is not as if he started before he left the country. He got there before it started.
And when is he expected back home?
On Saturday, God willing. Of course, the Saudi airspace is not closed. So after the Umrah, he would leave from Saudi Arabia.
Why would he want to wait till Saturday?
Because, as I said, the activities that he's going to undertake would start tomorrow, and he would conclude it on Friday and leave on Saturday.
Is he alone?
He's with the wife and few other officials. The most important thing is that, as I said, they are in Saudi Arabia now. They have been safe throughout their stay in Doha, and they're currently out of the place and in Saudi Arabia.
The media report we have here is that he was evacuated. Was it that he was evacuated or he was not?
But that's why I said that
just clear.
That's why I said that the use of evacuation is what created the anxiety. There was no such thing as evacuation. They were never in danger. They were living peacefully. The problem simply was that they could not access the airspace in Doha because of the developments in West Asia. So they decided to drive by road today with the assistance from the Ghana embassy. So I don't know whether the appropriate word would be to say evacuation. That I cannot, because I'm not a foreign affairs specialist. But as far as I am concerned, and as far as I know, they were never in danger at any point in time.
And so as we speak, they are safe wherever they are?
Yes, they are in Saudi Arabia as we speak.
Thank you very much for your time. Agba Komani speaks for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, one of the spokespersons to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and also a senior aide to the former vice president of the Republic. The news is that he is in Saudi Arabia as we speak after he was locked up somewhere in Qatar, in the Middle East, on the back of the recent developments in that part of the world.